Hello, dear students. Welcome to I-Fal. My name is Teacher Nikki, and I am here to have another video lesson with you. So I am so excited to talk about a new topic for you today that will help you understand and construct better sentences using the English language. I know that these lessons will be very helpful for you to communicate using the English language that are grammatically correct and properly constructed, considering that we will be talking about some grammar topics. So I want you to concentrate on our lesson today, pay attention to our sample sentences, and please practice them very well even after the class. So let's go ahead and start our lesson. Let's go. So, for this lesson today, we will be discussing about the adverbs of time. So, this is the second type of adverb that we are going to talk about under this discussion. So, let's go ahead and know more about the adverbs of time. So, adverbs of time tell us when an action happened, but also for how long and how often. Adverbs of time are unchanging. So they are extremely common in English. Adverbs of time have standard positions in a sentence depending on what adverb of time is telling us. So we will all discuss these matters under the discussion of adverb of time. So adverbs that tell us when. Okay, so if ever you ask the question when, okay, so these are the adverbs that answer this question. Adverbs that tell us when are usually placed at the end of the sentence. Okay, Goldilocks went to the bear's house yesterday. When? Yesterday. So you put it at the end of the sentence. I'm going to tidy my room tomorrow. I saw Sally today. I will call you later. I have to leave now. I saw the movie last year. So, as you can see, all the words at the last part of these sentences are adverbs of time telling us when. Okay? So, please take note of that. We put them at the end of the sentences. All right? Next, so putting an adverb that tells us when at the end of the sentence is a neutral position. But these adverbs can be put in other position to give a different emphasis. Now, if you put them in a different position, then you are putting a different or giving a different emphasis. All adverbs that tell us when can be placed at the beginning of the sentence to emphasize the time element. So if we want to emphasize on the time, okay, so then you can put the time words or these adverbs of time at the beginning of the sentence. Example, later, Goldilocks ate some porridge. Goldilocks later ate some porridge. Okay, this is more formal, like a policeman's report. Okay, now Goldilocks ate some porridge later. So this is just the neutral positioning of these adverbs of time. Okay, please remember that. Now, adverbs that tell us for how long. So, adverbs that tell us for how long are usually placed at the end of the sentence. She stayed in the bear's house all day. My mother lived in France for a year. I've been going to this school since 1996. Okay, so these time words, your adverbs of time, answer the question how long. All right, now in these adverbial phrases that tell us for how long, we have the words for and since. And I think that we already discussed these words before. So for is always followed by an expression of duration. So there is a start and a finish. Now, while since is always followed by an expression of point in time, particularly the start of the time. Okay? I stayed in Switzerland for 3 days. I am going on a vacation for a week. I've been riding horses for several years. The French monarchy lasted for several centuries. As you can see, the time duration after 4. I have not seen you since start Monday. Jim has been working here since 1997. There has not been a more exciting discovery since last century. So since talks or is followed by a starting point of time words. Okay? Now, adverbs that tell us how often. So we will be discussing more of this one later on in detail, but let's go ahead and see what we have here. Adverbs that tell us how often express the frequency of the action. So they usually place before before the main verb, okay, but after auxiliary verbs or your helping verbs. The only exception is when the main verb is to be or your be verb, in which case the adverb goes after the main verb, okay, the position. So look at this. I often, before the main verb, eat vegetarian food. He never drinks milk. You must, okay, your helping verb, always fasten your seatbelt. I am, okay, so here your be verb is your main verb. So you put your adverb of time after your be verb as your main verb. I am seldom late and he rarely lies. Okay, so please study these examples. Now, many adverbs that express frequency can also be placed either at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. So, although some cannot be, when they are placed in these alternate positions, the meaning of the adverb is much stronger. So, basically, when you put them at the beginning or at the end, so you are just putting a stronger emphasis on the adverbs. So, please take a look at these examples here. All right. And then we have there the stronger position and the weaker position. All right. So please take a look at and let's move on. Now, some other adverbs that tell us how often express the exact number of times an action happens or happened. So this is your adverb of time telling you an exact frequency or number of times the action happens. Okay, these magazine is published monthly. Okay, he visits his mother once a week. I work 5 days a week. I saw the movie 7 times. So if you observe the adverb of times, they are more specific because they tell how often, the exact number, how often the action happens. All right. Now, we also use yet, okay, when we are constructing our sentences expressing adverb of time. So yet is used in questions in negative sentences to indicate that something that has not happened or may not have happened but is expected to happen. So it means you are expecting the action to happen or maybe might have happened, but okay, not really. Okay, not yet happened, or you're expecting it to happen. Okay, so it is placed at the end of the sentence or after not. Example, have you finished your work yet? This is a question, put it at the end. No, not yet. So after not. They haven't met him yet. Haven't you finished yet? Okay, so and the meanings of the sentences are here. All right. So next, so using still. Still expresses continuity. So in positive sentences, it is placed before the main verb and after auxiliary verbs such as be, have, might, will. Okay? Now example, she is still waiting for you. They might still, okay, want some. Do you still work for BBC? Are you still there or here? I'm still hungry. So please take note, still means continuity. All right. And the position placed before the main verb and after auxiliary or helping verbs. All right. Now, so to understand the order of your adverbs of time, we have here number one, first you put how long. how often, and when. Okay? So that is your positioning. So first, 1 plus 2, how long and how often? I work for 5 hours every day. The magazine was published weekly last year. I was abroad for 2 months last year, and in combination of the three, she worked in the hospital for 2 days every week last year. Okay, so please take note of the order of your adverb of time when you're putting them all together in your sentences. Okay, so I hope you find our lesson today very helpful. So, as I always say, the secret in making your communication skills in English better is constant practice. So, I want you to please keep on practicing all the lessons that we've had in the past and even this present lesson. So, I know that you can do it really well and you'll improve yourself eventually. So, just keep believing in yourself and practice more, okay? Now, please stay tuned to our more lessons here in I-Fal, and please visit our website that I will flash on the next screen. I also encourage you to please subscribe to our classes because we have a lot of amazing teachers that will help you and guide you in improving your English skills. So once again, this is Teacher Nikki. So I'll just see you again on the next classes and video lessons that we're going to have. I know that we will have more amazing lessons in the future. So stay tuned and good luck. Study harder and I'll see you next time. Bye.